Yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk Unscripted. I found a name, ladies and gentlemen. I found a name. Gonna have to go back to the other episodes and change it up a little bit. Put the title on there, put the new name on there. But we are back. Real Talk Unscripted episode 7. Shout out to the YouTube chat. Shout out to everybody who will be in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Much love, much respect. Make sure that you like the stream if you're here. Let's get the likes up quickly. It definitely helps us out in the algorithm. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Um, hey man, y'all see the title. Number one is Luka, the MVP and best in the world. Number two, who is the best team in the Eastern Conference? A few things to get into today. Now, obviously, I want to talk about my Lakers because they have been playing some tremendous basketball as of late. And again, shout out to everybody in the YouTube chat. What's up, Desto, Alvin, Anthony Brown? Okay. Make sure that you like the stream. Is Luka Doncic the best player in the world? Now, here's what I'll say about Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic has been such an interesting player to rank and evaluate this particular season. I know a lot of people have accused me of flip flop. People who have never been Luka fans, by the way. People who've never been high on Luka, by the way, are trying to tell me now that I can't be critical of a player that I've now adored for years. You know what I'm saying? Kind of crazy, in my opinion. All of a sudden, now he's playing like the best in the world. But just a few weeks ago, you were saying he can't play that good. He's not that good. I remember that conversation. And now they're telling me, oh, best in the world. No, whatever. But yes, Luka Doncic has been an interesting player to evaluate, in my opinion, this particular season because the highs have been tremendous, but the lows have been low. And I don't think you are a flip flop for acknowledging that. I don't think that you are somebody who can't speak on both ends of the spectrum because he's played, in my opinion, this particular season on both ends of the spectrum. Again, shout out to the YouTube chat. Make sure you like the stream. Luka Doncic in December, I've gone back and looked. That was some of the worst basketball he's played in like 2-3 years. I've gone back and looked. That was some of the worst basketball Luka Doncic has played in quite some time. Now, January, he was fantastic. You see what I'm saying? How do you judge a player who was, for his standards, that bad in December and then that great in January? But I have a problem with how some people want you to rank players. And I'm starting to get more like, I'm not all the way to where Ox is, to where it's saying like, oh, on a day-to-day basis, these players can switch positions. But it's like, I try to be objective. I really do. And so I try to not let my fandom affect my ranking and objectivity of players. So let's rewind. Let's take a step back to last season, the 24-25 season. For those who watch PC, you will know that I was campaigning for Ant to be ranked above Luka after last season. That is a fact. When we did the rankings of players in the 24-25 season, I said I think Anthony Edwards deserves that spot. So me being particularly low on Luka hasn't been anything new for a while. I didn't. Mars was trying to convince me that he was better than Ant because the passing. I'm like, brother, the brother is fat and can't move right now. Now, hopefully, he comes back as a better player. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I did a top 10 ranking of players coming into the season. I believe I had Luka at like number 3, only behind Giannis and Jokic. I had him above Shea. So again, I gave Luka Doncic the benefit of the doubt. I said, you know what? He's gotten in shape. He's going to get right back to 24 Luka. And them first games in October were absolutely amazing. I'm not going to lie. The brother was balling. I thought we were back. November was cool, but it wasn't the player I was expecting. And then we had December. And I was like, brother, what are we doing? So, in my opinion, as far as like the Anthony Edwards, bro, y'all must have never watched. He always run them in the season. I did watch 24 Luka. 24 Luka. See, this how I know. You know. 24 Luka had an outstanding December. December was his worst month this year. He was fantastic in December in 24. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you like the stream. What's up, Shepherd Sounds? So I'm looking at it from a standpoint of how long does Luka Doncic just get to be better than Anthony Edwards just because his name is Luka Doncic? You get what I'm saying? If I think he outperformed me in the 24-25 year, if he's not particularly playing to what I deem as outstanding Luka in November and December, how long am I just supposed to say, oh yeah, Luka's just better than Ant? And Ant is getting better. And so what I have been trying to do is course correct because I was late to the party on a Shea. Because I'm sitting here saying, well, so-and-so's better because they've been better for longer. Oh, I'm not paying attention to what Shea's doing for real because, that's cute and all, 2022, 2023. When truth be told, Shea probably in 22, 23 was already competing to be like a top 7, top 6 player. And has been incredibly inconsistent. No, he has not. You do not know what you're talking about when you say stupid shit like that. You do not know what you're talking about. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure y'all like the stream, Anybody that says Ant has been inconsistent this year, does not know what they're talking about. I have shown this evidence time and time again, month after month after month. He's been the same player. 29, 30, 48 to 51% from the field, 37 to 40% from three, the entirety of the season, every month. He's been the same player every single month. Quite literally. If anybody tells you he's been inconsistent, they do not know what they're talking about. Do not take their opinion seriously. His defense has been, yes, but who Z07? Most people aren't talking about his defense when they say he's been inconsistent. They do the dumb shit like fake love and point out a bad game. At Exhibit A, who's 07. You see what I'm saying? 2 for 15. They point out, oh my God, he had a bad shooting night. Mind you, that was like his first bad shooting night in a month and a half, and they'll tell you he's inconsistent because he had a bad shooting night. Oh my goodness. NBA fans are hilarious. Okay, look, this isn't about Ant. This is more so about how do you all go about ranking players and giving them the benefit of the doubt? Like, I was willing to give Luka the benefit of the doubt coming into the season, but I still think, and he did in October, but then I get 2 consecutive months of mid Luka basketball and then terrible Luka basketball in December after the 24-25 season. How long are we just supposed to be like, he's just better than these other people? Exactly. In October, it was like 3 games. I don't know. So maybe I overcorrected because I was late on Shea. Maybe I'm a tad bit too early on an Ant or a Cade Cunningham. Here's another thing I have noticed. I'm just a lot higher on Cade than most people. People see his lack of scoring efficiency and then don't see all of the other great things he does on the basketball court. Great passer, great playmaker, really good defensive player. He's practically spoon feeding everybody on that team on offense, including Duran. He's a defensive plus while being an offensive engine for a team. To me, that is an incredibly good basketball player because rarely does that happen. Rarely does that happen. And everybody knocks him for his efficiency when he's out there playing with Asar Thompson and Tobias Harris and Deontay Green or whatever that name is. I don't know. I think Cade's a really good basketball player. Like really good. And this is what I think, and this is what I've been saying. Everybody knocks him for his scoring, but I think, again, shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all like the stream. If Cade becomes a good efficiency volume scorer, it's going to be some very uncomfortable conversations going on. Like very uncomfortable because he's very good at the rest of the sport. Like if like people think, oh, K now being an elite scorer is what's holding him back from being as good as Luka. I think K not being an elite scorer is potentially what's holding him back from being better than Luka. Those are two different things. If Cade puts the ball in the basket at an elite clip, hello, hello. What are we talking about? Bro, Luka's worst month is better than Cade's. What the fuck are you saying? Again, another dumbass in the chat. Another dumbass in the chat. Defend, pass, playmate, great pick and roll player. Weak side rim protection. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? It's an amazing basketball player. That's why I called him the Jason Tatum of point guards. Because that's what's been holding Tatum back for years. Now, again, maybe he never makes that scoring lead. Luka's worth month is better than Cade's season averages. If that's how you talk basketball, brother, respect to you. If that's how you talk basketball, respect to you. What has been holding Jason Tatum out of real top 5, top 3 convos? Not a good enough score. If Tatum was a 28, 29 point per game score on 62, 63 true shooting, yeah, it'll be some very uncomfortable conversations going on. But even when he's not, he's still like around top 5 to 8. That shows you how good at everything else he is. That's how I feel about Cade. Cade, while not being a great scorer, is still like a top 10 player in the league. Which again signals how good he is at everything else on the basketball court. But back to Luka Doncic and how he's been playing as of late. This was the player I've been waiting on, ladies and gentlemen. This is the player. Again, for any Luka fan that was there in 2024, this not new. What I'm saying from Luka Doncic is not something I haven't seen from him before. This was regular. I'm not saying what he's doing is regular. I'm saying we saw this like a multitude of times in 24. These kind of stretches where he's just going bananas. 8, 9, 10 game stretches. He's averaging 38, 9, and 9. Nigga, this was regular. We saw this. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull that up right now. Let me see if I can pull that up right now. Close that. Look at bro. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro. Look at this. This was the Don. Okay? This was the Don. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Let me scoot. Bro, in October, a few games. October, first month of the season, averaging 39, 12, and 10. December, 37 and a half, 9 and 11. January, 37, 9 and 10. This brother was doing this regularly. Look, bro, the only reason why his numbers started falling down is because like the team started getting healthy and stuff, and Kyrie was coming back. So then he dropped to a measly 33, 10 and 10, 32 and a half, 10 and 10, 32, 11 and 10 in April. Well, basically the last 3 months of the season, he averaged a triple-double. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous what he was doing this season. So, yeah. He was in a slump. The only thing that I have really disliked about Luka this season is the fact that, hey, in these months where we're shooting sub 34% from three, sub 30% from three, can we not shoot 10, 11 of them a game? Can we go down to like 8 and you score in these other places where you are still a very good scorer? That's it. That is it. To me, he's not James Harden. He's not Curry as far as he should be that reliant on a three ball. For what? You're a fantastic mid-range scorer. You're a fantastic intermediate scorer. Why do you have to shoot 11 threes a game when you're not making 30? You're making 29% of them for a month. Can we shorten that down and score at these other areas of the court where you're efficient? I don't see how is that so much? Why was that so much to ask? Why was that so much to ask, Chad? Somebody let me know. Please. But bro, he's shooting the same amount now and he's making him. Yeah. So here's the oh my goodness. I'm glad your dumb ass said that. Because here's the dumb opinion. To me, you have to make them to justify shooting that many threes. Hello? We don't do this in any other sport, especially when you're good at the other things. It'll be like telling a football team who can run the ball and throw the ball. They're playing a defense in which, hey, we're putting 8 in the box and we're not going to let you run the ball. And instead of lining up in shotgun and loosening up the defense and throwing the ball, they're like, no, we're just going to keep running it and keep running it and keep running it and keep not going nowhere, keep not going nowhere, keep not going nowhere, keep not. That's dumb. That's idiotic to me. I'm sorry. That's dumb. That's dumb. Especially when you can throw the ball. Luka can score in the mid-range. Luka can score in the post. Luka can. Why do we have to shoot 11 threes? Why? Why do we have? Is there a law somewhere? Is there a bylaw saying Luka Doncic has to shoot 11 threes a game? Please, somebody let me know. If he doesn't, is he breaking a law? Somebody let me know. I'm confusion. You can score at an elite clip on other areas of the court. Shoot your way out this line. I'm not even saying you have to quit shooting them. Shoot 7 or 8. You don't have to shoot 10, 11, 12. There was a game in December. A brother shot 2 for 14 from 3. Why are you shooting 14 threes? You've made 2 of them. You've made 2 of them. Do something else. You're a good enough player to do something else. How are you supposed to score easily? Oh my goodness, bro. If y'all don't know basketball, please help type it in the chat. I'm sorry. If you don't know basketball, please stop typing in the chat. We've seen SGA, when all of OKC is a break, still be able to shoot mid-range shots. What are you talking about? Y'all give excuses for this bad process and bad basketball. I will not do that. If you are not making threes, you probably shouldn't shoot 14 of them in a game. Why is that so hard to comprehend for people? Why? I don't know. That's the basketball I grew up on. That's how I was taught basketball. Hey, you've missed 4 threes in a row. 5 threes in a row. Maybe get to another shot. What the fuck are we doing? I don't know. I will always believe in the logic that I'm talking about. That is quite literally how I grew up watching the game. That's how I grew up getting taught the game. And I was a 3-point shooter. I was a volume 3-point shooter. In high school, in college, in AAU, I was the 3-point guy. And even me, hey, you've missed 4 in a row. How about you try to get to something else, make a few something else, and then you go back to try to hit a 3? That's been basketball for forever. But y'all analytics have your brains fried. Analytics have your brain fried if you think it's okay to sit there and go 2 for 14 from 3 in one game. Why are you shooting 14 threes? You've made 2. Oh my goodness. Y'all actually think that makes sense? I really, there are actual people that dead ass think that makes sense. Your brain is fried, gang. It's fried. It's fried. Your franchise low key the reason why You talking about the Rockets and what they win? Nothing. They ain't win nothing. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube chat. Make sure you like the stream, like the stream, like the stream. Because when you depend on three, bro, they dead ass had a game. I want y'all to understand. They had a game, chat. They missed 27 threes in a row, and nobody thought, hey, should we try to get to something else? Hey, there was nobody in the huddle like, hey, imagine every timeout break as the number increases. Imagine, chat, every timeout break as the number increases. Timeout, first huddle. Okay. Look, we've missed 6 in a row, but hey, let's keep getting them up there, and let's keep trying. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep shooting them. Beep. Another timeout. Next huddle. Hey guys, I know we've missed 12 in a row, but hey, keep shooting them. Keep shooting them. Coach, are we gonna try to draw up something? No, we're just gonna keep shooting the three. Okay, next time out. Hey guys, I know we've missed 19 in a fucking row, but hey, excuse me, coach. You think we can draw up something for? No. Let's not do that. Let's keep shooting them. Next time out. Hey guys, I know we've missed 27 in a row, but hey, math and things. Hey, I know what math is. You've taken 27 shots and you've gotten 0 points out of them. Yeah, that's the math I know. You've taken 27 shots and you've gotten 0 points out of them. 0. But to some of y'all, that makes sense. That makes sense to some of you. I will never be that blind to numbers. I'm sorry. You can have all your points per possession you want to. I'm not going to say, hey, we've missed 35 in a row. Well, let's keep it going. No. Let's do something else. Can we do something else? Can we try something else? Jeez, man. Games, he going 2 for 14. And niggas in the chat talking about, yeah, let's keep shooting them. Why? He's not making it. He's not making it. On top of that, what y'all don't realize is threes also lead to long rebounds and usually advantage for the other team. And now your defense is at a disadvantage on top of you missing the threes. Mystery, long rebound, transition, score. Mystery, long rebound, transition, score. Mystery, long rebound, transition, score. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? So no, for the idiots that have the reply of, well, he's making them now. Yeah, when they go in, that kind of makes a difference. I don't know. What point does that be to people? I don't understand how when they say, yeah, he's shooting them, but now he's so yeah, now shoot him. What point does that prove? I've never understood that comeback. I've never understood it. I want you to change the process somewhat when you're missing them. If you know you're 2 for 11, 2 for 12 from 3, probably should start changing it. But if you're making them at a good clip, why would I tell you to change it then? It's really simple. To me, that comeback of, well, he's making them now, so yeah, that kind of matters. The fuck would I tell him to stop shooting a shot he's making? What? I don't know. I don't know, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you like the stream, like the stream, like the stream, like the stream. As far as right now, though, all that being said, y'all know I've had Luka Doncic as the best player in the NBA since January. I've had him as the best player in the NBA since January. However, that doesn't win you the MVP. Nor does, because here's another dumb thing that people do. I'll say a statement like, like that. And so people then say, real talk, you're always looking up best player in the world. No, I still have Shea as the overall best player in the league. So let me state this clearly. Shea to me is still the overall best player in the league. I'm saying since January, he's been the best player. He's played the best. I still have Shea as the overall best player in the association. Go look at February. I know he was kind of mid in February as well, but injury tax and still, when you play that good in January and this good in March, to me, he's still got it since the turn of 2026. Okay. I do know his February wasn't the strongest, but to be fair, neither was Shea's from a scoring standpoint, although he did average like 30 and 10 that month. Great passing month for Shea. On Lowe's stream, you said, oh, here come the LBI. Here come the LBI. Lowe's Bureau of Investigation. Here come these niggas. Or as I like to say, low bitch ass investigators. Whichever one. Here they come. Never checking what that nigga say. But I always want to bring up what I'm saying. I always want to bring up what I'm saying. Don't ever check that nigga when he flip-flopping all over the goddamn place. But let me say a statement. Oh my God, real talk. You remember? Mind you, he agreed with that statement, by the way. I do want people to realize he agreed with that statement when I said that. By the way, he agreed with the statement. When I said Luka is no longer a tier one with the Sheas, the Jokic's, the Giannis, he agreed. He said, no, I agree with that actually. So just to be clear, he agreed with the statement. So if you're going to bring your bitch ass over here telling me what I said, make sure you go over there and tell him he agreed with it. He agreed with my statement. Then he want to tweet out, oh, it's It's what you call Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Luka, everybody else. He didn't have Luka in that tier of player 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Just FYI. So if I'm flip flopping, he's flip flopping as well. So respectfully, Matthew, you can shut the fuck up. You can shut the fuck up. And I just said literally because your dumb ass said you didn't deny it though. You said Luka was been best in the world since January. You made statements. Yeah, in February he was mid. I just said that. I said, but when you play that good in January and then you've played this good in March, you've been the best player since January, in my opinion. That's literally what I just fucking said 3 minutes ago. But you want to be on so much low shaft. Hold on, let me. Which one? Which one do you want? I'm getting tired of you niggas, bro. Which one do you want? My goodness. All y'all do is move around here on cock. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Didn't you say? Didn't you say in February? Don't say that to that nigga. Don't be saying shit to him. But want to be in my streams all the goddamn time. Oh, didn't you say? Golly, man. Let me put my shit back up. Shit. Goodness gracious. Look. Let's talk about the Eastern Conference very quickly. Let's talk about the Eastern Conference very quickly. So Boston loses to Minnesota. And I think that's very interesting. Something that I saw from Jason. First off, Jason Tift and I usually are saying the same thing. I don't know if that's coincidence. It has to be coincidence. But damn near everything I said on the panel, if you go and look at about Minnesota, me and him are very similar on Minnesota. If you go and look at his Hoops Tonight show that he put out today, damn near one of what I've been saying about Minnesota. But he said a very interesting stat about Boston this season, and their loss to Minnesota added to this. Boston this year, ladies and gentlemen, they are 6-14 against teams with a top 10 point differential this season. 6-14 against the teams with a top 10 point difference. So basically against the better and elite teams, they haven't been that good this year. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm just not that I've held this position about Boston and Detroit all season. So I'm not flip-flopping when I say this. I just have not been that high on Boston and Detroit this year. I just haven't. I just have not. I really haven't. I know they've been winning a lot of games. I know. I'm just not that high on the team, man. particularly their front court. I don't know if Luka Garza is getting you to a championship. I don't know if Cade is getting you to a championship. I know they have Vucevic. He's better than them. He's still not that great of a defensive player, but he would be able to. I don't know. Here's the thing about Boston that now to me is quite evident and been prevalent for that team for some time now. Jason Tatum isn't the greatest off the dribble one-on-one player. And so when they face these teams that are willing to just switch and say, hey, Tatum, Brown, Pritchard, Derek White, win one-on-one consistently off the bounce. It doesn't happen like that for them. Not unless they're in a very advantageous matchup. I saw Julius Randle yesterday getting stops on Jason Tatum one-on-one. Like repeatedly. I saw Julius Randle getting stops on Peyton Pritchard one-on-one. I saw Ayo Dosunmu getting stops on Jaylen Brown one-on-one. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We saw it last year. That's how the Knicks were able to boggle down their offense last season. They were leaving Jaylen Brown. This is why I'm like, everybody was like, "Oh, Jaylen Brown and Cat." We literally saw both of those players getting stops against the Celtics' best players in the fourth quarter. Cat was getting stops one-on-one against Jason Tatum. One-on-one. Switched out on the perimeter. Jalen Brunson, the same. So when they play these switch-heavy teams, these teams that have these switchable defenders, that's why when I brought up Kyle Anderson and Swiper was making that dumbass face he'd be making. Kyle Anderson can guard these Celtics players one-on-one. That's why Minnesota got out to that league. They had sat Rudy in that fourth quarter, which everybody swears up and down Minnesota needs Rudy Gobert to play good defense. I highly disagree with that. I know the stats say that, but I'm saying with their personnel, they should be able to get stops and rebound the basketball without Rudy Gobert. If you have Cal or Julius or Cal, Nas, and J Mac and Ant and the Sumo on the court, you should be able to get stops and switch. You should be. And they proved that they can last night against the Celtics. That fourth quarter, Rudy Gobert played 36 seconds of that fourth quarter. He played 36 seconds. And Minnesota was able to completely clamp the Celtics in that fourth quarter because they switched and they said, "Hey, Derek White, Derek White, hey, win one-on-one, Derek White. Win one-on-one. Tatum, win one-on-one." And they couldn't. They couldn't. All it resorted to was step back three-pointers. Now, will there be games where Jason Tatum makes that shot? Yeah. Will there be games where Derek White makes that shot? Yeah. But I'm living with a contested, low percentage step back three over and over again. I am. I am. I'm willing to take that chance. I'm willing to take that risk. What I'm not willing to do is when I saw Rudy Gobert in the game, and Rudy Gobert had a really good first quarter defending the rim, but Rudy Gobert was playing in a very deep drop for a lot of that game. That is not something I'm willing to concede to these star players because we saw what happened against Philly when people were just conceding deep drop threes to Jason Tatum. They got the 50 ball on their head. Same thing he did against Milwaukee. Lopez in a deep drop. Okay. Well, if you allow me to just come freely off these screens and get a clear view of the basket, yeah, these finna start dropping. These finna start dropping. But the dribble, step back ones, dribble, step back ones, far lower percentage shot. And I'm willing to, I'm willing to live with that in a series. If you make 40% of your step back threes 4 games in a series, I just have to shake your hand and say, job well done, sir. A job well done. I don't think we've I don't think we've ever seen Tatum do that though for 4 games. So my favorite out of the East is still the New York Knicks. I'm still going with the New York Knicks. That's why Jalen Brunson is in the thumbnail. I know he's been in a slump recently. You know, it's interesting with these smaller guards because their decline kind of hits out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Their decline kind of comes out of so if I'm a New York fan, I'm on pins and needles about Jalen Brunson. Because these small, one day they be cold, next day, all of a sudden, it's gone. I don't know. It just is gone. Make sure y'all like the stream, like the stream. But the East is so hard to predict because to me, all of those teams have a flaw. I'm like, Boston for many is seen as like this. Oh yeah, they have Tatum back. They're for sure the best. And I'm like, this version of Tatum, Kata's good, but he's a drop big. I don't know. I don't know. With the Cavs, I know they've been mid lately, but Jared Allen hasn't been playing. Uh, I don't know, man. If you believe in the Cavs, I'm not mad at you. I'm not. I just personally, I just don't. I just don't. I just don't. I really don't. I really don't. I just I don't know. I don't believe in the Cavs, and I really don't believe in the Pistons. And now Cade has a collapsed lung. I'm telling y'all, the East playoffs are probably going to be even more entertaining than the West because it's finna be a shit show. That's I honestly don't know who's winning. I really don't. I'm going with the Knicks, but like I don't know, gang. It's your guess is as good as mine. The East is a crapshoot right now. I have no clue who's going to come out the East. Zero. It's I know the teams is probably going to be out of Cavs, Knicks, Celtics, but which of the three? I don't know, bruh. I'm going with the Knicks because they just the team I picked at the beginning of the season. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just sticking with my pick. Can I see them getting beat though? Absolutely. But I can also see them beating the other teams. So I don't know, man. Brother said Pistons. No, it's not Piston hate. I just don't believe in y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we finna play y'all in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We finna play y'all in a little bit. But I just don't believe in the Pistons. Um, I'm sorry. What about Magic if Franz come back? I mean, maybe they're a dark horse if Franz. I don't know. Magic or I don't know. I don't know. Dark horse for me in the East would be the Hornets. That would be the dark horse in the East for me. As of late, Lamelo has picked up his scoring. By the way, just if you haven't been peeping, Melo's been picking up his scoring going into the playoffs. I like to see that. Um, but yeah, the East is a crab shoot. I or crap, whatever the saying is. You know what y'all know what I'm talking about. I really don't. I don't know. I'm finna sit back. Those are the best hoops to watch too. When it's like very interesting, very intriguing, and you don't really have like any vested interest into any team. It's just like you're just gonna sit there and enjoy great basketball being played. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, I want the Knicks to come out because I chose the Knicks, but it's not like I'm some Knicks fan. I don't care about them like that. Uh, so yeah, I'm excited about the East playoffs. I will be tuned in into the Eastern Conference. These games gonna be wild. These games gonna be wild. Make sure you like the stream. Like the stream. Is the West not a crapshoot? I don't believe so. For me personally, I have OKC dominating the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Now here's the thing, because I know OKC ended up not having this type of regular season, but I think that was due to like some things not completely going their way, like J Dub not being, all the way J Dub when he came back from injury, from sitting a long time. But if y'all remember, we were thinking OKC was finna have something to say about that 73-9 record posted by Golden State. Like, let's not forget that. We thought they were that good. And I think because they teetered off from that record, people stopped thinking they were that good of a team. I haven't though. They're that good. Again, they weren't able to compete for the record because J Dub got back and people started getting hurt and stuff like that. But I think when they're whole and they're rolling, they are a dominant team, bro. They're a dominant team. And now I'll keep saying this. They've added shooting and Jared McCain, and Jalen Williams is now a 40+% 3-point shooter. And Isaiah Joe is now a good enough basketball player to get real minutes in a playoff setting. When okay, do y'all remember even last year? Do y'all AJ's a much better player? Y'all thought OKC was going, yeah. Do y'all remember though? Even last seasons and last year's iteration of OKC, when OKC shot well, they blew the doors off the hinges versus everybody. That's dead ass the only thing that was holding them back is that they had atrocious shooting going on. Whenever they shot the basketball well, the games weren't even close. They weren't even close. They were blowing everybody out in the playoffs. In the playoffs, the game was over. And now they have serious shooting on the team. If OKC can shoot, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Still got the best defense in the league. J Dub coming back. If J Dub, if J Dub plays well in the playoffs and they get a couple shooters to maintain, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see anybody beating that team. That is the best team in the league, bro. Just an embarrassment of riches in OKC. They can play big. They can play small. They have guard defenders. They have wing defenders. They have big defenders. They can shoot. They have the best player in the league. Like that, I don't. eh, it's not fair right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's not fair right now. It's not. It's not. It's not. That is the best team in the league. That is the best team in the league. These niggas have found a way to be able to effectively guard a player like Jokic and effectively guard a player like Luka and effectively guard a player like Ant. All three completely different archetypes of offensive weapons. They know how to effectively guard all of them. They can guard all these different kind of players. Things in the chat talking about they can't guard a Wemby. That's one player. They can guard Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox. Harrison Barnes is going to be shatting himself in that series. We all know it. We all know it. Bro. And if they ever get away with having Isaiah Joe, McCain, and Jalen Williams, the backup center, on the court at the same time, SGA in those minutes might average 45 per 75 possessions in those lineups. Because who are you helping off of? That be why you can slow down Shea in the playoffs, because he kicking it to Lou Dort and fucking Cason Wallace. Ain't no just leaving Jared McCain. Ain't no just, oh yeah, we're just gonna let Jared McCain shoot. Okay, sure, go ahead. Do that. If you're go ahead, do that. Do that. Do that. Oh, we're just gonna leave Isaiah Joe. You go right ahead and do that. You go right ahead and do that. And really, all they need is for one of their elite defensive players to shoot well from three. GG. Alex Caruso have another 40%. Wrap it up. You might as well hand him the trophy right now. You might as well give him the trophy right now. So I think this team is unfair. I think when we have the draft for the expansion team, that they need to be taking players away from OKC, like a AJ Mitchell. They need to take him off that team. Isaiah Hardenstein needs to go. Do they have enough money to keep Caruso? Did they already re-up Caruso? Some of these players need to start leaving, man. This not right. This they're not quite like KD Warriors, but they're like the tier right below that. And I don't think people really realize it. They are that good right now. They have an answer to every problem. The one thing they used to not could answer was spacing and shooting. They've now checked that box as well. They played a game against Minnesota. Shea was terrible. They still won. They win these games even when players aren't playing. I Heart not playing, win. Chet don't play, win. J Dub don't play, win. AJ Mitchell don't play, win. Shea don't play, win. What are we doing? And now they finna have a full roster with the added shooting. This team is crazy, bro. Y'all don't want to, I know some of y'all are fans of other teams, so y'all don't want to admit it. I wish the Lakers were good enough. We're not. I'm a fan of Minnesota. They not good enough, gang. They're not. Not to beat them. San Antonio is not going to do it. I promise you. I know y'all swear Wemby is going to. I promise you, not this year. Not this year. Maybe in a year or two, but not this particular season. Denver damn show ain't doing it. Let me read some of these super chats, man. No Limit said Rockets can take y'all. Reed start new dynamic. No, sir, Doc. That we're gonna put that young brother in every action game. Yeah, we're going to abuse Reed Shepard. No, sir. We're gonna have a 125 offensive rating when that young man's on the court. Uh yeah, no. Um, that was No Limit Larry 777. Taserman 17 said, Real talk, thank you for Kobe praise. The Shaq thing is disgusting. And Shaq is top 5 all time, but Kobe is better. Kobe can't have good teammates, apparently. Yeah, the taxing of Kobe Bryant is just so disgusting, bro. So disgusting. I truly don't understand it. I really don't. Magic and Kareem get to play with each other. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. LeBron and D Wade in 2011 and 2012. Nobody cares. Steph and KD, they really, bro, Steph and KD really didn't get nasty until 2022 happened. It wasn't even like I mean, yeah, they were saying like, oh, KD's on the super team. So, yada, yada, yada. These rings don't count. He got that kind of tax. But as far as it like affecting his ranking of player, do y'all remember how Kevin Durant was still being talked about even on the Golden State Warriors? It didn't affect his ranking as a player or knocked him as a player one bit. In fact, people were starting to say he was the best player in the world in 2019 before he got hurt. It didn't affect his ranking as a player at all. didn't get taxed like that at all. Playing on Golden State. But God forbid Kobe Bryant played with Shaq. Magic Johnson and Kareem get talked about glowingly about their time together. And not only did they have each other, they had another Hall of Famer on the team. They had James Worthy on the team. The Kobe Shaq Lakers were just that. Kobe and Shaq. Who's the next best player? Rick Fox? What are we talking about? Derek Fisher? And go back. It's funny how in real time, people weren't discrediting Kobe like that. Go back, if you go back and watch their games, watch these games when they're together and listen to the commentary, you're giving mad props to Kobe as a player. Kobe's amazing. Kobe might be the best player in the league. They were saying this while they were together, while they were playing on the same team. But now, years later, well, Kobe had Shaq. So, I mean, what you want me to do? Well, Shaq had Penny Hardaway and didn't win jack shit diddly do. Shaq got swept 4 times without Kobe Bryant. Kobe won 2 more championships with a worse player than Shaq won his other championship. Kobe got those three straight finals without Shaq in a better conference. But all we hear is, Kobe had Shaq. And I'm not saying this to discredit Shaq. I'm saying these were 2 all-time great players. Yes, Kobe had Shaq. But guess what? Shaq had Kobe, nigga. What are we talking about? It's the same. It goes both ways. Shaq had a 22-year-old averaging 33, 7, and 8 in the playoffs. Shaq had a 22-year-old going for 48 and 15 in closeout games in the playoffs. While guarding the other team's best perimeter player. Hello? You need some of W Shaq gravity. That's such cap. That's such cap. I'm gonna say something you niggas don't like, but that's because y'all ain't watched the games, and I don't give a damn. This is the honest truth. Kobe did more for Shaq as far as scoring than vice versa. Yup. All that attacking, lay down passes, getting into the lane, lobs. When Kobe was scoring, he's still going. He got the best defender on him going one-on-one with help. I don't care what you don't know about. I'm telling you the facts. I've watched these games over and over and over again. Shaq is attracting doubles out of the post, leading to kickouts, but this is at a time where the league isn't even taking volume three-point shooting, so they're not even like fully capitalizing on Shaq's gravity like that. That wasn't happening in 2001 like that. Shaq's gravity would matter way more now than it did. I'm not saying that it didn't matter in 2001. I'm saying they didn't even fully optimize it how they would today. Because now they would just shoot the three on the kick out. Do y'all know how many threes Shaq would generate today? It would be unremarkable. Shaq would generate 8 to 9 threes by himself, just being Shaquille O'Neal. But he was playing at a time where they might have shot 9 to 11 threes all game. Yeah, I mean, remarkable. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm saying. Not his fault. No, that was just how basketball was played. And again, that's going to lead to a whole other conversation about y'all. Like, yeah, the sport gets better as we go along. That's how it should go. We get a better understanding, we get more knowledge, we get more data, we get so they would know that. But I wouldn't call them stupid because that wasn't stupid at the time. So yeah. Kobe's dribble drive penetration, his play in pick and roll. Kobe Bryant, I would argue his best passing was in fact interior passing. Drop downs, lay downs, lobs. Kobe Bryant facilitated Shaq's scoring more than y'all give credit for sure. For sure. Great interior passer. But let me see. Do I have some more super chats? No limit. Larry 777 just sent a $1. Appreciate you. And then Chef DZ97 said, gang, we going to the finals. Denver is frauds. Ain't worried about San Antonio and OKC. Don't want this smoke. Let me say this real quick too. Let me say this. So Denver played the Trailblazers believe yesterday, and I went back and watched that game. Here's the fact of the matter: Denver has the best offense in the league. They had all of their pieces there. Cam Johnson was on automatic. Aaron Gordon is still just an elite shooter now. Jamal Murray is a ridiculous pull-up shooter. However, even with all of their pieces back, guys, that defense not it, gang. I'm telling y'all, it's just not. It's not. It's not, y'all. The Trailblazers were able to consistently generate good looks. The Trailblazers, 40 points in the first quarter like nothing. Yes, the Trailblazers scored like 38 or 40 them damn selves. That's what I'm saying. You can score on Denver. You can. If you have solid spacing and you can consistently attack Jokic in that drop and don't mess around and have either a lob threat or a pick and pop threat, you can get a quality look every single time. I'm telling you. You can score on Denver. Like, it's really not that hard. And Peyton Watson played, and Christian Brown played, and Aaron Gordon played. Denny Avdia is one of the more overhyped players in the league today. And the brother is not that good, also, is what I saw. Right hand merchant. Oh my goodness. He just wants to drive hard right and bump somebody and get a foul call. Drew Holiday and Robert Williams, still very serious basketball players, and I wish they were on a serious basketball team. I really wish they were on a serious. I really wish the Lakers had Robert Williams right now. I'm not going to lie. Robert Williams with Luka Doncic would be a match made in heaven. I'm not going to lie to you. Match made in heaven. But teams I think that will be able to score consistently against Denver. The Lakers will be able to score against Denver. Now, can they get enough stops? We shall see. They can score with Denver, bro. Minnesota is going to be able to score with Denver. They are. They are. I'm telling y'all something I know. That defense is not good, gang. It's not. Denver just banks on people missing wide open shots. Dead ass. They bank on you not being able to hit open shots. That's the defense. They're going to beat the Rockets because the Rockets can't shoot. If you are a team that can shoot, you're going to be able to score on Denver consistently. Also, if you have a player who can beat drop coverage, either with pull up threes or pull up middies, that's going to be a problem for Denver. And if I'm Ant, look how y- y'all need to go see how they're guarding, how they guarded Anthony Edwards and Shea. It's disgusting. They have to put two on the ball 40 feet away from the basket. And say, hey, I hope, we hope, I don't know, we hope McDaniels isn't hitting shots today. That's dead ass what they do. Let's hope Julius Randle is just complete ass. And I'm not saying that Julius Randle can't be ass because my goodness, he can be ass. He was ass last night. But the fact that they don't even like even how the Lakers guarded Ant is completely different, right? Not committing to on the ball like that. We're just heavy gap help and stuff like that, closing out well to get out to shooters. That's different from putting two on the ball 40 feet away from the basket. If OKC hits shots, they're going to sweep Denver. I'm telling you. If they hit open threes, they're going to sweep them because they can guard the Nuggets way better than the Nuggets can guard them. Way better. I'm bookmarking you got OKC. Okay, that's not what I said. I said if they can shoot well, they're going to sweep. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. That defense is weak. That defense is weak, gang. And so I think they're going to have to play players like Bruce Brown more than they would like. They're going to have to play players like Spencer Jones more than they would like. And then all we're going to hear is how they lost because Bruce Brown and Spencer Jones couldn't shoot. But why are they on the court in the first place? Because you can't guard. And they're some of your best defenders. Sub Real Talk. Just wanted to show some love and appreciation. Appreciate all you do, fam. Appreciate you, Nightmare Comics One. Appreciate you, gang. Appreciate you. I appreciate y'all as well. Appreciate you. No, it's not solely Jokic. It's Jokic and Jamal Murray. They have two entry points to their defense that you can get to religiously. What you mean no love to you? I thought I read your super chat. Oh, here you go. My fault. My fault. What happened to being nice and chill? You been on his hair recently? Uh, Stop hating on Kobe. Leave you alone. Love the let me see. Love the banter between you and Low. All love. Appreciate you, that guy. Jaeger. I'm gonna go with Jaeger. We got another super chat. Carter's Ave 2134. I saw 3 weeks ago. I saw you on PC with the Rockets jersey on, saying break up the team. We ride or die over here. F Shay, they gay. Lakers in five. Facts. That is one of the more sassier teams in league history. I will say that. That Oklahoma City team, I mean, it was already sassy enough with J Dub and Shay. They've added Jared McCain to the mix. My word above. Quizzy367 says, why doesn't Steph get taxed for playing with KD? Because he's light skinned and openly Christian and has a family. So nobody says anything about him. Great PR that young man has. Outstanding PR that young man has. SGA got a wife. What that got to do with being sassy? See, you're equating sassy to gay. Straight. It's a lot of straight niggas that's sassy. But yeah, Curry's light skinned, openly Christian, and is openly a family man. So real talk, who has the worst PR and best PR? Who has the worst PR in the league? You wanted them real talk. I was waiting on one of you bitch ass niggas to say that. Let me see. Worst PR in the league? Who has the worst PR in the league? Luka has had very bad PR this season. It's just now turning around. But I wasn't just trying to think about just this particular season. I was trying to think like in general. Like who's a player that's been getting who gets a lot of hate? Like even if he's playing well, low key. I low key want to say over the years, at least from my experience, Julius Randle is way up there. Like it didn't matter if Julius Randle was having all NBA caliber seasons, people was just like, oh yeah, this nigga sucks. Like it didn't matter what Julius Randle was doing. It was just like, yeah, this nigga's terrible. Tatum is also way up there as well. Tatum is definitely up there as well. Tatum's PR is never great, bruh, outside of Boston. Never great. Never great. Brandon Cat saying some more dumb shit in the chat. So I talked to look, y'all. Did we not go over everything that he just said about OKC? This is why I be blocking this dumb ass nigga, bro. Denver defended OKC well last year. Too bad this isn't the same team from last year. What the fuck? The best PR in the league? Russell Westbrook does have some bad PR too. The best PR in the league? Um Kawhi's definitely up there. Steph is definitely up there. And for the past, what, 2 seasons, nobody's even. It used to be Jokic. Jokic used to have the best PR I've seen in quite some time. People would get offended if you dared say there was a player in his tier group like 18 months ago. You have the honors in the same tier with all high and mighty Jokic? Crazy, crazy work. I don't know if he was paying people. I don't know. But it was insane how Nikola Jokic was discussed. Insane. But as of late, it's definitely Victor Wembanyama. Without a shadow of a doubt. When Victor Wembanyama be having them 8-point games, don't nobody say a goddamn peep. Mum's the word. When I was watching Charlotte versus San Antonio on Peacock, and Wemby won the jump ball, and they glazed a jump ball, I was like, you know what? They finna make me not like this nigga, bruh. Bruh, they did a jump ball. Wemby won, of course, because he's 8 feet fucking tall. And they were like, oh my goodness. He just does things no other human being can do. We doing this off a jump ball game? Off the jump ball? Off the jump ball is crazy. Oh yeah, the play where Maxey floats it over him, and the commentary is, "Look how Wemby is so smart not to." Oh yeah, we're in. We may be past Jokic territory when it comes to this one. We may be past Jokic territory. This is some unbelievable PR. I haven't seen PR like this. Wow. A nigga scored on them and they glazed it. It's yeah, Jordan. Jordan is the bro. I want y'all to know how all these old niggas be like, oh man, the the new generation is soft, insensitive, and they don't want to compete. Meanwhile, they was walking around calling another grown man Jesus. Grown men. We're calling another grown man Jesus. Ridiculous. Bird said that was God in MJ's body. Get a napkin and wipe yourself, Bird. You need a napkin and a bib. Oh my goodness. You need a napkin and a bib. Matter of fact, you got one when before she say, "Hey, go get a towel and put it under you." Bird needed to Bird needed to tell MJ, go get a towel. Go get a towel and so you can sit on it so I don't get the bed wet. Crazy work. I'm gonna get about it, man. I am gonna be streaming the Laker game in about an hour. Make sure that you subscribe. Turn that notification bell on so you know when we're live, when we drop another vid. I dropped a video today. Make sure y'all go and check that out. Um, yeah, crazy work, bro. Crazy work. But make sure that you like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Um, Real talk, don't run from this. Down. You know good and well we finna whoop y'all, bro. I don't even know why you've been saying that in the chat all day. I don't even know why you've been saying that in the chat all day. Let me make sure I've read all of the super chats. One more. Reginald Deborah 6241 said, "What does FC mean? Like Kobe FC, Shea FC? It means fan club. Fan club. Fan club. So Kobe fan club, Shea fan club. That's what that means. I hope you're still here to get the definition and the understanding. But yes, fan club. Oh man. Yeah. Make sure that you subscribe. I am trying to get to 10K subscribers. So if you do not mind, hit that subscribe button for me if you are not subscribed. Hit that like button as well. Make sure you like the stream. And I will see y'all in basically an hour. Yes, I will be right back streaming the Lakers versus Pistons game. Peace.